We are very excited to be engaging in a dialogue about this topic as it touches on a number of issues that are close to the heart of the CMA and that of the Institute for Justice and Reconciliation.
Why did South Africa and the other 5 African countries initiate this peace mission? What was behind this? What was the purpose, the motivation, the agenda?
For me, if I look at the mission, for me, first of all, it is that there is a more and more acceptance, or at least an awareness by the continent, that the UN Security Council, the UN system is not working optimally.
For me, the picture emerges a bit more clearly when you look at the backdrop of what is happening across the continent. There's almost a discernible shift in thinking. There's a shift for me in some of the foreign policy posture that we see a lot of countries taking in.
So for me, we should not discount the purely human relational dimension of wanting, in fact, to see peace in that very troubled country. And Cyril Ramaphosa himself is a seasoned negotiator from the Codeso talks.
So maybe we should look beyond thinking that our head of state have the ability to resolve issues like that.
The motivations for the peace initiatives, I think there's no other continent in the world that has more experience with conflict than Africa, unquestionably.
How come that the mission of 7 countries have come to be called the African Peace Mission in Ukraine and Russia? I'm asking this because a lot of times we usually critique the fact that Africa is often looked as one place.
Why is that not happening while Sudan is burning? Legitimate concern for an African following the various situations on the continent.
Why do people ignore or do not pay much attention to the common ground of illicit trade in the world?
This visit was historic, and it was historic and it was also needed. And why it is needed, I think it's because we talked about factors for mediation like power, social, but South African countries have one thing that Europe has not anymore, is access. You have access to the Russian president.
It's a great thing that Africa is trying to promote peace in Europe. I mean, Norway has been involved in, together with many other partners, been involved in effort to promote peace on this continent. And it's just natural that Africa is trying to put their forces together and do an effort in Europe.
Keep listening to one another, keep trying to understand positions other than your own. I think that's absolutely critical, that we make an effort maybe to seek out people who hold positions other than our own on this conflict, because I think it's really concerning to me.